555 million to the buy side. Good afternoon, everybody. Let me grab the music real quick here. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully everyone has had a fantastic day so far and you've been able to bag some halfway decent winners. The morning session for me kind of kicked me in the teeth, so it's going to be a little bit of trying to scrap back a bit, but well, hopefully you all did a little better than I did. As far as going across the board here from the top, we've got the NASDAQ, which is predominantly sideways and not really showing a whole lot going on. We've got a lot of just backward sideways action around settlement, this kind of dashed gray line here. Sellers were trying to reject off, and we had that first 5-minute volume note at 2650, but really wasn't able to do a whole lot. Still just sideways. Over on the S&P, the S&P had that just fantastic secondary dip down to L2, but it went so fast at around 1 or so, and then just went screaming out of there. Never came back. Looking at the overall movement down, once it loads up, there we go. There's a good chunk of volume that came in above the top of L2, and just a lot of defense pinging it right back up. Still playing around with settlement and kind of hanging out there, but not too bad. Over on gold, nice dip down into the potential zone of support. This is where buyers are going to want to try to come in. The big thing that we don't really have yet is a reason for buyers to break further up yet. We haven't seen anything, at least. Still pretty far away from the moving average. I mean, we need something. This is it's not in a good spot. We've got bearish formations going on. As far as crude oil is in the zone of support with major areas of interest. This is where a lot of buyers are going to be looking for continuation to the upside. The big thing here really is just seeing if we want to rotate back up going into the close, or if we're going to see a little bit more downside pressure. This is kind of the base. So the risk reward is very, very tight for a massive reward run all the way up. It's just a matter of if it's going to turn back up again. As far as the euro, the euro dodged me. I wanted the euro on that pullback, but it missed him. I wasn't able to grab that little dip there, so excuse me. Need a bit more of a pullback now. A little bit of a bummer. And then as far as the crypto side of things going, Bitcoin with a nice pop back up to new highs, almost at 49,000. 50,000's right around the corner, not too far away anymore. Unbelievable. And then we've got the Ethereum finally breaking through 1,800. That was the mess. I was having a really hard time getting through 1,800. Huge amounts of volume traded there too. Now it's trying. We'll see if they're able to get it going. So far, not really a whole lot going on. Maybe a bit of a flag. Kinda. Bulls trying to come back in. S&P really gross around that settlement. Lots of wicks on the highs. That's nasty. We need a bit more info. Bulls are trying. Seems like, I mean, they're really trying to get a ramp up to a new pop, but it's just not going. Nice little falling resistance. If the sellers are going to take anything, they've got a lot of work. There's too much in the way yet. Buyers mostly on the short term. S&P, there's a lot of wicks on the top here, but the majority of the volume's 550. Yikes. What about on this whole ramp higher? Nice void in volume there in the 3902s. I would love to see if it could get a quick little dip down to 175. Backfill some of the volume back at moving average, back at value highs, off of at least this ramp higher. NASDAQ's still a mess. Little bit of a flag. Oof. The Bulls aren't going to be too happy about that. That was a pretty nasty failure that just happened. Still got plenty of time until the end of the day, but it is right around the corner. Quick little dip to the swing lows at around 697. We just came off of a high too, so new highs into a quick dip down into lows. Look what happened as soon as they got that quick test of the lows. Ouch. Starting to break through a little bit more. Falling resistance still causing the issues, but now bulls are running into some problems if they start losing their ground here. S&P still looking for that little bit of a dip lower, more towards the 901, 902 areas. 900s have had a lot of volume, but 175 or so, that's where a lot of things become a bit more interesting. NASDAQ's trying to break through. Man, what a just a garbage looking day today as far as the overall back and forth. It's just gone nowhere. Got the megaphone bottom, which it bounced off of. It would lead me to believe that it should want to go higher. But so far we've got the higher low. They haven't broken up again. Measured moves, it falls a little bit shy. S&P still waiting for a bit more of a pullback more towards the 175s. NASDAQ starting to dip underneath the base. They're digging down into that L2. That'll be the zone of interest. Right down here around those 88.50s, but I want to see a little bit of support here. Nice washout on bar 14. At least for the 5-minute. Bar 14. Bar 74. A little later in the day. Nice reversal with bulls coming back up. A lot of volume starting to shift around this 96.50. So far it seems like it's all sell volume. If the bulls are so aggressive, why, where are they? Why can't they get through this? Kind of curious to see what happens if the NASDAQ can backfill some of this volume at 94. It immediately pop back up again. Buyers are trying to get this to jump back higher. Nice little backfill. See if they can get the jump. Nice pop back up. Very nice pop. Whew, that was fast. As far as falling resistance, that's still potentially in the way. Very nice breakout. More continuation back up. I'm not going to get the pullback on the S&P. Oh, well. They're trying to break above. There we go. Some of this... Ooh, that candle could have been a lot better. I'd like to see him dip underneath these 702s. Backfill some of the volume down here. There we go. If buyers are going to take it back up, this is going to be the area that it's going to try to attempt to do it at. It is also falling resistance, and the market's trying to churn back underneath it. So this heavy volume down here, that's fine, but it's got to really show the bulls coming back up in. Doesn't seem like the bulls are really able to take it. That's a heavy bear bar. They're going to have to show up to the party a little bit stronger than this. They're trying to backfill, so I still like the net long, but it's all based and hinged off of this bull bar at the bottom. If they're not going to defend that, then a lot of traders are going to lose interest. That's a lot of sell side volume. The buyers need bull volume. More buyers stacking underneath the lows. Seems like this base is kind of where the knife sort of hit the floor, if you will. So as far as buyers now dipping into the L2, a lot of volume coming into the L2. A lot of volume coming into the L2. Holy cow. There's a lot of buyers that absorbed that move. Now they have to push it back up again. If they're going to take it, they should be able to flush back up through 91.50 without a whole lot of trouble. The major volume node on this move lower, whoops, that's a little bit further up, 95.75. More bulls stepping back up on the pullback, but it's starting to cut. It's starting to cut right through it. Ooh, a little bit of volume stepping up at the base here. Okay. Sellers aren't really proving anything. Every time it tries to churn lower, it just gets bought right back up with big volume. Got to see a bit more continuation back to the upside, but so far, not looking too bad. As far as actual risk, I like the 1-to-1 a little bit more. 2-to-1's a bit further up. The final one, back to the highs maybe. Good chunk of volume starting to step up here. If the bulls are going to take it, they need to get through this. There they go. Good pop. Very nice bull bar. Sheesh. Do you see that snapback? As soon as it snapped back, all of that volume came back in again. There's a lot of shorts who are potentially on the wrong side of this, and a lot of buyers who are very excited to buy on quick little pullbacks. We've got 15 minutes until the end of the day. Got a lot of volume stacking here. I'll play it safe and drop the one just a couple ticks early. Of course, now they're able to show up to the party. Huh? More continuation to the upside. We get a bit of candle gapping going on here, getting very close to the target. Heavy volume stacking up at the target area. I'm going to jump ship a little bit early on that one as well. There we go. Now, the upside objective is 13,710s, but realistically, it should be able to keep going if it's going to reverse out of this and continue back up to the highs. It's just the highs, that's where the big question comes in. A lot of volume starting to stack up in the 701s. As far as the volume so far that's been holding this move up, I don't really want them to lose the 700s again. If they're going to lose the 700s, that's going to be a bit of a problem. There we go. Falling resistance is still kind of causing some trouble. Still kind of causing some trouble. Come on now. They got to break through this. Bringing the stop up a little bit more. We're too much into this resistance and there's too much volume sticking up. If it's not, I mean, it's fine if it's not going to go, whatever. I'd rather just take it. Nice little dippity-doo. Really? To the tick? Really? It was like the 7th time that's happened to me today. Oy. Okay, fair enough. Not really, but that's fine. Oy. Well. I'll take some tickets of my sons to the Snot Fair and we'll ride some merry-go-rounds. Very nice continuation of the upside. Now, be careful up here because this is the zone. Obviously, I'm not going to get the pullback on the S&P. Really? I was looking for 175 and it went down to 2.25. Nice pop higher, really good continuation up. Strong aggression from the buyers, but it's in really late on the trend. Late into the day. They had a big failure off that POC on the top, too. I can't believe that to the tick. That's so frustrating. More continuation to the upside. A little bit of a dip underneath these previous candles will find buyers involved, but realistically, looking at where we are, this is a bit of a messy spot. We've got a lot of back and forth going on, and the megaphone is still really trying to ramp to the top. They pierce the lows, higher low, nice rotation. It's still looking pretty strong. I mean, at the highs, there's a lot of resistance, but if they can start cutting through that, man, there's so much stuff in the way. Buyers are going to have a really hard time. It's going to be a lot better to buy in the dip. A lot of volume stepped up to the 717s. The volume node ahead of the breakout was at 702. S&P, what is that? Bar 76 is horrible. Really gross looking candle on S&P. Not too much better on the NASDAQ. Bit more of a pullback. This is that volume node down here. Not seeing much volume stacking up, though. If the bulls are so aggressive, where are they? Okay, maybe. No. It looked like a maybe, but it's not doing a whole lot. Little tiny bull bar will get a lot of buyers in just because of risk reward. S&P's got a lot of problems on the highs. More volume stepping up onto the NASDAQ. Quite a bit of volume stepping up on the NASDAQ. The big zone of interest really comes down to what they want to do with this bull bar. This is the first pullback that we've had after this kind of breakout move to the upside. Are the buyers going to support it? We're not really seeing the volume step up yet. In fact, every time it goes up, we see the volume. That would suggest potentially selling. There we go. Now they're starting to break out of some of this. Top of this bear bar is going to be a bit of an issue. But if they can get halfway decent continuation to the upside, it wouldn't be a surprise on a pullback down to the 705s now that we've got confirmation that buyers will jump back in. A lot of volume stepping up in the 708s. I want to see... I wanted to see like 3-4 more ticks, NASDAQ. Man. I can't catch a break on this thing today. I still like the 6 quarters. More volume stepping up to the 709s. They're almost going to take the POC away from this lift. Really weak bear bar. Wow. Well, they just went above the highs. Now if it pulls back, it'd be a bear engulfing candle. That's not what I was looking for. Let me see if they can form this a little bit better. A strong bull bar will get buyers trying to get the... There we go. Nice continuation back to the upside. Buyers are going to be looking for a buy on this dip to try to pop it back up. Okay. A couple of them taken out there. Let's see if they can keep going to the upside. Good continuation. Running into a bit of a brick wall, though. 716's just a ton of volume. Holy crap. Breakthrough. There you go. Now keep going. We're at the high closes. High closes are the next brick wall. Good bull bar. Good continuation. Oof. Stay above that 718. That volume's real big. Keep going. Keep going. Buyers still buying on the dip. 5 minutes left. Now breaking above the highs. More volume. More volume. Keep on going. More volume stacking at the highs. Starting to break out. Nice pop. Ooh, heavy volume. Keep going. Gapping up to the next candle. Nope, I'm out. Too much. If it's going to keep going up, that's fine, but I only took that as a scalp. I wasn't expecting that much. I'm okay with that ramp. Nice move. All the way back up to 2650. I mean, it had to mess around a little bit, but they still hit a brick wall at the top. They've got 4 minutes left. Jump ship at the right time. Everybody's jumping out now. Not to say that they won't come back in, but I mean, you can see all that volume showed up at the top. At the end of the day, everyone's like, nah, no thanks. No divergence or anything like that at the highs to suggest weakness, but I mean, look at the 5-minute chart. If that closes down like that, that could be a problem. Bulls need to show up now. Nice ramp. Nice bull bar. That's a giant bull engulfing candle. If buyers are going to pull back, it's likely that they'll buy back at the bear bar's high rather than buy way the heck up here. So scalpers will be looking for a quick little pullback into the 1850s or so. Unless it just breaks the highs. Never mind. Not with that bear bar. Nope. Nope. I do not fight candles like that. I'm not about going into the ring and getting my face caved in. Oh, I went into the ring earlier today. I'm not willing to do it again. No thanks. Those are the candles that I don't mess around with. If the bulls are going to come back in, we'll see them come back in, but I'm not going to be the first one to the party anymore. Not really seeing a whole lot of volume stepping up to the plate on this pullback. Weak bear bar. I mean, they built a little bit at the 18 quarter, but is that enough to really turn this? Yeah. I thought that seemed a little fishy. Okay. Well, now it's... Oof. Man, if they start losing that volume at the 18 quarters, that could cause some problems. There's a lot of missing volume down here on that big pop higher that buyers will want to backfill. Strong bull bar back up with a minute and a half to go. Breakout buyers at the highs. It just seems awfully convenient, and all the volume looks like it's sell volume. I don't know. If it's going to go, it's going to go without me. I don't trust it. We got 1 minute to go. I think I'm just going to wrap up on that nice ramp to the highs and call it a day. I got to make sure I'm outside to get my son from school anyway. So great afternoon. Definitely got my teeth kicked in the morning, but the afternoon made up for it, I guess. So, well, it's not always rainbows and sunshine, but sometimes you can make it work. I hope you guys had a great day as well, but that's going to do it. As per the usual, if you have any questions or anything like that, if I missed them, feel free to shoot me an email. Otherwise, enjoy, rest up, and we will see you all tomorrow. Thanks.